Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new Titanic update. And as you can see, I got shaders, and they look good. Um, Sun is starting to come up. I'm going to go ahead and try to find a good spot just to kind of show you how the ship kind of looks during a sunrise in the state. Uh, Shaders aren't the only thing, of course. You can probably see that I've gotten C deck done, which is a pretty nice little tipping point because now the exterior of the ship is starting to come together. The end is in sight, ladies and gentlemen. Um, and without, it's kind of been coming together without any like real major issues coming out like the last ship had. It's obviously still not perfect. The stern is a little longer than it needs to be, but it's not like ship breaking like some of the other stuff got um, on the very thick Titanic I was working on earlier. This one does seem to be 99% proportion correctly, which is very, very nice. Um, but yeah, you guys can definitely see we are in an ocean now and not just like a flat pool of water. We've got like an actual like rolling waves texture and shadows, which is like utterly bonkers. Where's my shadow? It's around here somewhere. It'll meet me in a second. But yeah, no, that's what the ship is looking like right now, with a brand new coat of beauty, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard to put into words. Let's see if I can... How far back do I have to go before my shadow? Wow. So my shadow's like there. Um, so yeah, we have a lot to go over. I'm going to kind of start by touring the lower decks, just kind of showing you. Actually, no, I'll do the upper decks first, and it might actually be night by the time that we're done, and I can show you what the lower decks look like then. So, first of all, we have a new detail on the exterior of the ship. We have this little hole in the front of the ship. It doesn't look great, I'll admit, especially kind of from over here. But it does. It was a real thing, so we're definitely gonna keep it. We have the winches and the anchor chains. The actual anchors are on the ship as well. They look like that. Again, not great, but kind of the best I could do. We have a lot of anchor machinery, winches, capstans, all that kind of good stuff. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, these are the tops of the chains. So I'll go ahead and put those as they're supposed to be. Here we have kind of like this middle area, the stairs down to the fireman's quarters. Not exactly in the right spot, but they work. We have the entrance to the masts as well as downstairs. Some storage areas, the doors, the entrances to those storage areas. We have the fireman's mess kind of on either side, and the actual kitchen that all that stuff is prepared in, as well as this little locker right here, which on this side is just kind of part of the galley, or part of the mess hall. We also have the third class stairs down to the open space, and then we have the forward well deck, which is looking very good. You've got the cargo cranes, you've got the cargo hatches. You know, it's pretty good. It's doing pretty good. And yeah, all that kind of builds up to there. So up here, we have some more first class cabins. Pretty standard cabin halls and stuff. Nothing special is really happening up here yet. Then we get to the actual parts where special things start to happen. We have the first class grand staircase and a sign that I forgot to put down. Give me 5 seconds. So I didn't expect the shaders to mix up these, the oak, the spruce and dark oak kind of signs, but it did happen, so we do have it under control though. It's not a big deal. Yeah, then we have the purser's office, which looks kind of like this. Got some stuff back here. We have some more first class cabins over here, and then we get to the like really interesting stuff, which are these cabins. Now, they're kind of themed correctly. They're not really. The problem is they're not really spaced correctly, and so there are some like interesting things. But I will take you through every style, and I'll try to remember the names of them. So here we have Regency / Regents. I believe the next one over is Empire. Then we have, these are all French style. I want to say this one's Empire too. It's not. It's something else. I think it's like Louis something. This is, I think, like Queen Anne something or other. Here we have another Empire, possibly styled cabin. Then another one of these. I think that one's also these two are also some kind of Louis style something. Then we have modern style cabins, which look like this. And yeah, just a ton of those. Then we have the surgery bay, the stairs down to the hospital, some crew stuff. We'll go over what's in the middle area in more detail. I forget what this style is called. I think it's Atom style. Then we have, yeah, you've kind of seen those cabins, so you basically know the styles. We don't really get any like new interesting styles until we get here, which are modern and which are new and Old Dutch. And I believe Old Dutch is this one. The other ones are New Dutch. But yeah, no, I'd kind of tried to mimic the styles from like screenshots with Demo 401, and for the ones where I couldn't find any explorable examples of the styles, I just kind of went with whatever I could find on Google. So yeah, for stuff that isn't any of those, we obviously have the After Grand Staircase, we have the barber shop, After Grand Staircase, yay! We have the maids and valet saloon. We have basically their galley, and then we have this area here. I kind of need to like shift the staircase over a few, so it's going to be a little awkward, but we do have the stairs down to the galleys and up to basically the boat deck. It's going to keep going until it reaches there. So then we have tanks of some kind. I think they're water. We have spiral staircase, hatch down to the reciprocating engine room, fan room, and some kind of drying room or something like that. Skylights going down to the kitchen. Got a few of those, and I think that about covers this section of C deck. So heading aft, things get a little interesting because we have just a ton of stuff. We have the second class staircase again. I always type decal for some reason. It's not something I do intentionally, but it does happen. We have these skylights that go down to the electrical rooms. We have the second class lounge, the after second class stairs. And yeah, then we have the second class enclosed promenade, which just kind of wraps around. It's not really an enclosed promenade until we finish B deck, but we will get there. And then we have the after well deck. We have the third class grand staircase, and the sun is beginning to set. Oh, interesting. I think the shaders are making it go weird. And then we have the... Oh, and I forgot to put doors there. Oh, the sun doesn't stop setting when I'm in that menu. I feel like I knew that. So here we have the third class smoking room. And then stairs. And then third class lounge. And then we have the third class. No, this is not third class. We have the ship's steering gear. I forgot to engine these capstans. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Where are the lightning rods? I think I got rid of them at some point. So, yeah. These are about as simple as they look. They're not really accurate, but they get the vibe across. And at this point, I'm a little more worried about just getting the vibe across because it's a little less of a hassle. I guess I shouldn't say that. I am mostly still dedicated. It's mostly like machinery and stuff where I couldn't possibly fit that detail in there. So, yeah. Here's the rudder pin, everything like that. And, yeah. So that's about it for what's on this, like, top deck area. I say top deck, on C deck. That's all we've really got right now. And it's definitely looking good. The ship is looking really, really good. So we just have 1, 2, 3, 4, basically, yeah, 4 more updates left to do. And that is when I will, the 4th update will basically just be, woohoo, the ship is done. And this will be basically the first big ship I've finished since that terrible Lusitania I did. So it's a good way to redeem myself. With that being said, let's go start exploring the lower decks. Here we have the fireman's quarters. You've seen this so many times before, but now that hatch is done, so you get like the full view, which is really nice just to have it dealt with. Then we have the stairs down to third class. You kind of saw in here earlier. We have the open space, which looks, honestly, in my opinion, really good. Going downstairs, quite a few floors. A room that is now like completely done that you guys probably didn't even know still had some kind of stuff changing about it. Was the squash court, because it has a little hatch that goes up to the open space, and now you can like see that there will not be any new light getting into here, so that's actually kind of nice. You know, it's always neat when the room is we know now what the light levels in the room are going to be like for sure. But heading back up, we have the first class cabins that are all over here. They're looking really good. They've got a lot of lights and stuff around them. It's just overall really nice. And yeah, so heading aft, we have the first class boarding area, first class entrance. It's looking alright. It's a kind of Spartan room. I don't remember there being too much stuff here aside from the gangway doors. And yeah, then we have the actual interesting stuff, which starts with the first class reception room. And yeah, no, you guys definitely know this room. And I'd say it looks pretty good in this model, you know? We've got the little detailing on the roof as well. And yeah, I'd say it worked out really well. It's obviously not like photorealistic or anything like that, but this is Minecraft, so I think this is about where that one photo was taken. So yeah, overall really nice. Heading aft a little bit, we have another massive, I guess, project room done. Kind of a mile marker. We have the first class dining room basically finished. I say basically, it is finished. Like, there will not be any real alterations to this until the ship is done. Or, yeah. So, yeah, no. This is what that looks like. Got a lot of really awesome views. I believe Mr. Yeah. I think the one photo of this room would have been taken from, like, here. It was taken by I forget who it was. It was no, I know who it was. I'm forgetting his name right now. The guy with the photographer guy, the guy who took a bunch of photos of the ship while it was at sea. Father Brown, I believe. But his table was somewhere right over here. He snapped a photo during breakfast on the morning, not that the morning of the ship sank, but the morning that he left. So, yeah, very nice. We have the ship's galley. It's pretty nice. You know, we have the stairs that go down to E deck, the ones that go up to C deck. Not much else really. Lots of galley. These rooms are kind of fucking huge, if I'm being honest. This is kind of where you start to see some of the errors that I made when I was building the engine room. I think I made them the engine and turbine rooms a little too long. But you know, then you have all this stuff. Tons of little galleys and kitchens everywhere. And then we have another big project room done. I guess public room would be the better words instead of project rooms, but you know, they're mile markers, so we'll just go public room. We have the second class dining room completely done. Got the roofs in and everything. Play the piano, you know, all that good stuff. It really does, you know, the roof of the room really does bring the whole space to life. I don't really know how else to say that, but it does. Even though the way I said it does sound a bit silly. Let me go ahead and fix that. I probably missed a couple spaces like that around just the ship in general. These areas are very huge and it's kind of hard to keep track of what's actually been done and what hasn't. Especially with how kind of limiting the furniture is, which kind of, I guess, speaks to how I shouldn't be building this the way I am building it, but I don't know. Here we have the second class after staircase. You know, it's getting there. We have all but like one of the decks of. Actually, no, we have every set of stairs in the staircase complete. We just need to get the walls on the top floor and the roof on the top floor, and then we're going to be done. So this staircase still won't be done until A deck is completed, but you know, we're a lot closer to that than we were. So then we have some second class cabins. There's frankly not much more past this, but you know. Then we have the third class stuff. We kind of have their waiting room. We have the doctor's office. I still need to show you the actual like quarantine area, and then just all that stuff. So more third class cabins heading all the way aft. And then the last little space that I have to show you, which, you know, we can just kind of walk to, take in the nighttime air, which, like, I will say, you know, all of this like day and night looks just so much better than it used to. Now we have the hospital area all finished out. The padded room didn't really turn out that well. I just don't have the space to really put it in correctly, but this is what we've got. Then we've got, yeah, pretty much everything else. I'm excited. I'm really excited. The ship is coming together surprisingly well. You know, I know I sound super harsh when I'm kind of going over everything, but really this is turning out great. I don't mean to boast or anything, but that's just for what I can do. This is good. This is really good. This is the best ship that I've made so far, and I can feel it. So yeah, no, this is turning out nice. I can't wait to fill you all in when the ship is done. But for now, I will just have to settle for filling you in next when B deck is done, and that should be soonish. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one, and bye-bye. Get a good shot here. Yeah, the shaders really do make it look like super nice. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.